I want to have a conversation today about people pleasing, because people pleasing is something that I'm recovering from. I'll put my hand up and say it. And it's something that I see as a pattern in other people. And I've seen in myself so often that I really just want to call it out and once and for all just have an honest and direct conversation around what it is and how we can shift our behavior. So my definition of people pleasing is somebody who avoids confrontation and difficult conversation and being disliked and chases approval, being liked, people's validation, and they prefer harmony over conflict. To me, I see people pleasers and I really have a soft spot in my heart for them because they just want to be liked. And that's such an incredibly human desire. But I want to share this. And again, I say this with so much conviction because I used to be one. I'm a recovering people pleaser, so I know this pattern super intimately. We as people pleasers, or people pleasers as a general, do it to themselves. And what do I mean by that? Well, you know how people pleaser, they often give so much to other people. They often don't have very good boundaries and they may burn themselves out or just exhaust themselves because they give to everybody else and take on so much and don't really give and take care of themselves super well. But who's responsible for that? Who's truly responsible? Now, you could say, well, they were really convincing, or that person used, a little bit of coercion or manipulation to make me do something. And I get that. But at the end of the day, it's the person who decides to take on that opportunity that is responsible. We are always responsible for our reality. And that is something that I truly, deeply feel passionate about. And I feel like it's the truth. Like, we are all responsible for the life that we lead. It's not even 50% us and 50% them. It's 100% our responsibility. And every time we make a decision, it's on us, whether that decision is a good one or a bad one. And so knowing that and having that perspective in life is incredibly liberating, because what that means is you can't look external to you to shift the blame. The blame is entirely to be pointed directly to you. It's nobody else but you. And for me, that is liberating because it means that you have the power and the ability to influence the change, because you can work on you. You can become more aware, you can become more conscious to the decisions you make, and eventually you can start making better decisions that empower your life. So, as a people pleaser, as a recovering people pleaser, and to all fellow people pleasers out there, how can we start to reclaim our power from everybody else and start giving back to us in a way that feels empowering, exciting, liberating? Here's my solution, and it's a simple one. The first thing, before you make any decision, take a moment to just think about it. That's it. That's step one. Don't say yes immediately, because that's what I was finding myself, the pattern that I was getting in. I would say all these opportunities were coming up, and a colleague would ask me to do something, and a friend would ask me to do this, and my partner would say this, and I'd be like, yep, I can do it, yeah, of course. Of course. Because inherently within people pleasers, they want other people to like them. They want to please others. And so most of the time, the answer to any question that somebody else poses them is, of course I'll help you. Of course I'll do that. Of course I'll go out of my way. So what I've been implementing in my life right now is, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you. Simple. Super simple. Step 2, I want to introduce a decision-making framework. And it's a triangle that asks 3 potent questions. And only if you are able to respond yes to each of these 3 questions, 3 out of 3, then you're able to make a decision that's, with conviction is a good one for you. But if you can only answer 2 or 1 out of 3 of the questions, then it's not a decision that you should be going along with. So the first question that you should be asking is this a decision that is going to help me in becoming my ideal version of myself, right? So we all must have a clear vision for our life and our future and our career and our health and our relationships. So whatever decision that we're making, whether it be in our health or our relationships or our career, we need to understand, well, what is it that I actually want within this sphere of my life? And is this decision going to further me becoming and developing that, becoming that version of myself? Or is this a decision that's just going to hinder my progress, deviate my attention, and it's not feeling super congruent? So that's step one. Is this helping me become the best, most ideal version of me? The answer is yes. That's good, but we need to answer two other questions first. The second question, is this a decision that must be made right now? Is there another time better suited for this decision? Or in other words, is this the perfect time to say yes to this? Because the truth is, most decisions, most opportunities, it's not an immediate must make this decision right now. There could be an opportunity to go for that opportunity later down the line. And this particularly relates to sales calls. If you're on the phone with somebody and they're incredibly persuasive and they're saying all of these incredible things and you're just like, oh my God, like I must say yes. Think about this. Most sales tactics employ scarcity mentality. What that means is they'll say, we've only got 5 tickets left. This is closing down in 1 week. This is, the last opportunity that we're doing this particular version of the course, the program, the event, whatever it may be that they're trying to sell you on. And often that's just a tactic, it's not the truth. And if they're a business that you want to be aligned to, they'll have other opportunities, surely. So really ask yourself and interrogate, is this the perfect time in my life to say yes to this decision? Because if it's not right now, it could be in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, maybe a better, a more appropriate time. Do not allow somebody to persuade you into doing something that feels rushed and just will overwhelm you. Really take a step back, look at the calendar, look at your schedule, and ask yourself, is this really going to serve me in my life right now? The third and the final question relates to a financial thing. So basically the question is this worth my time? And if I were to break that down a little bit further, what that really means is, if you were to look at your life right now, and whether you're in a career or you're working for yourself, you should know approximately how much your time is worth per hour. I really want you to calculate this answer based on whether you have a salary or whether you are an entrepreneur making a certain amount of income. Figure out what your time is actually worth per hour. Could be $200, could be $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per hour. But understand and know that hourly rate. And then you can decide, well, is this an opportunity that is going to be worth my time and a fair value exchange for my time? If this is a decision that you're going to make that is for you to buy something, ask yourself, is this a decision that's going to help me increase my hourly rate? Now, obviously this might not apply if you're going on a holiday. That's completely entirely different. But let's just go on that quick tangent. If this is a holiday decision and you're wanting to understand, is this the right thing for me to be doing right now? And it's not really going to help you make any money and it's not really going to improve your hourly rate, fine. But is this perhaps a holiday that's going to rejuvenate me so that I can approach my work with a fresh mind that eventually will actually help me increase my hourly rate? That's another perspective that you could take when it comes to the holidays. So is this a decision that's going to be worth my time? Or is this a decision that's going to help increase my hourly rate. If you can say yes to those 3 questions on that triangle, then you've got yourself a clear answer. But if you've only got 1 or 2, then you know what? It's better to leave it. Because here's the thing, there are always going to seem to be really good opportunities in your life. And this is a challenging concept and a challenging thing to actually do. But once you can master saying no to the good things and only say yes to the great things, life accelerates for you. Your career accelerates, your relationship accelerates, everything becomes enriched because you're being incredibly specific about the things that you choose to spend your time on. And so if you can master that, it's something that, will take practice, but will massively benefit your life. So I hope that helped. I hope that you understand as a people pleaser that you need to spend your time wisely and that you need to first take care of you and stop saying yes to opportunities that just are not helpful for you and your future. Much love and speak to you soon.